Happy weekend, everyone. Today is Saturday, October 16th, and it's been a day like of just chilling and stuck in bed in my diaper, just trying to urinate. Wonderful day. Nothing really happened today because weekends generally in here is pretty chill, and it's just waking up, talking to the doctors, nurses, and then breakfast, lunch, dinner. That's like basically it. Now a lot of people have visitors during the weekend, but this week I didn't have many. Oh, sorry, spasm. um yeah, so today, as I was actually yesterday, as I was mentioning yesterday about my spiritual practices that I've been doing throughout this time, and but a lot of the times I would skip one session. Then I just do. I normally would be able to do two, but I just skip one because I thought just one is enough. But the next day I always feel like a little bit down, a little bit negative, a little bit like mm, like I am against myself. I'm trying to create resistance in my experience. I'm trying to sort of like make my life a little bit harder by trying to doing things that are going to bring negative emotions to me. And then things like, oh, all the doubts that I have, am I gonna walk again? And also things like, oh, look at him, he could walk, he could go come to work and go back home, and he has such a freedom that I don't have. Things like that. um it's not they're not big things, but you know what, those tiny little small nagging negativities in your head, it could easily land somewhere and sprout into this like a fucking forest of negativities. So like I'm trying to make sure that I don't end up becoming like that, and then I try to be as um supportive to my own experience as I can. And that means, I would not create any more resistance in this experience, in this process. So I think so far the best way to help me is through my spiritual practices, you which is my yoga. And I know like I can't really do like yoga in this situation, but for my practice there is a watered down or like alternative version that people who are sick and bedridden like me are able to do that. And so what it is this type of yoga is called energy yoga. So what it is that I don't know if people have experience in acupuncture, but if you have experience in acupuncture, and sometimes, not all the time, but if for some people they are able to experience something when the needle goes into your body, and when you're in the treatment, sometimes you would feel some sort of movement in your body. It's not anything physical, but like you just feel something moving around in your body. You don't know what it is, but something's moving definitely. And that is what we refer to as the movement of qi. And that is the result of your life energy being moved around a bit more drastically than normal, so you feel it. And that movement creates qi. The movement of the energy creates qi. Qi is not the energy itself. Qi is actually the movement that is caused by movement of like blood circulation and energy. And so that is like some people could experience that. That is your energy body, and that is one way of like experiencing it. Another way, a simpler way most of the people would use, is that if you close your eyes and then you try to put something in front of the area between your eyebrow, if you try to put something like near here, and then before you touch your flesh, you would feel something hovering over that area. This is a very sensitive area. Even if you close your eyes, and you would be able to sense something hovering around, and like it creates this kind of like annoying feeling. So that is also the interaction of your life energy with someone, or your own body or something else. So these kind of like this is a very sensitive point, and then you could normally feel some sort of like vibration or some sort of like interruption in that area, and it's just kind of like strange. So that is also a easy way to experience your energy body. In yoga, they generally divided the body into 5 different types. The physical body, which is your food body, which means that, the body that we accumulate over time throughout our entire lifetime. This is the food body. And then there's also something called mental body, which is the psychological and mental structures of our personality, of our identity. And then there's something called energy body. Energy body is more subtle than the food and the mind body, the food and mental body. And energy body is, what I was trying to explain, that this is very subtle, but the foundation of our physical life. And then the 4th one is called etheric body. So the etheric body is something that I've never experienced before, obviously. And it's just a transitional body between the physical and non-physical. And above and beyond that is something called bliss body, which I think refers to sort of like your soul, your entire, that source of life that connects to the entire universe. And then that is called bliss body. So once you are in touch with your bliss body, you're done. You're realized. You're connected to the source of life. You're good to go. And then all you experience is just bliss, ecstasy, joy. And then because that's what that body is. That's that part of the existence. So when you transcend your body into that direction, then that's sort of like how you will experience that. But obviously, it's not easy. It's easy said than done. So by explaining all this, I wanted just to say a bit more about how this energy body interacts with, helps with stabilizing one's mental and physical structures. So basically, we'll say this. Now we all know that from a scientific point of view, all our experiences have a chemical, and all our thoughts, emotions, and all our thoughts and emotions have a chemical basis in our body. For example, let's say if we were in love, if we were in climax, if we were in depression, if we were in despair and grief, those kind of emotional states actually have according chemical basis in our body. So the cortisol, all the emotional hormones will be secreted at different will be secreted in different ways to represent and reflect the state of mind that we are in. So that is one way to say that the mental body, what we are thinking and what our emotions and our thoughts have impacts on our physical body, which could be analyzed once the blood is drawn. And then also this kind of impact on your physical body could also be seen on your energy body too. Obviously, we don't have the technology or the the ability to sense it yet, but there are very perceptive people who are able to see and observe the energy body, and then the energy alignments and also the geometric alignment of the energy body will be able to tell a lot about one person. So if we try to work on the energy body and try to have better alignment on the energy body side, then the mental and physical bodies will just follow the energy body, because the energy body is the foundation of our life experiences in this physical world. And once the energy body is recorrected, is being realigned, then the mental body and physical body will just follow suit. So that's the basic concept of energy yoga, because it's more subtle changes that happens to your energy body as you do the spiritual practices over time. But once that process is started, and immediately there would be benefits and there would be changes that you will able to notice and experience. And for me, this is absolutely true, and I was quite devastated since my injury, because I couldn't continue to do a lot of my spiritual practices. But with the frequency that I'm doing right now for the modified version, I'm actually able to at least experience more stability into for my mind and my emotions, so that I'm not, creating more resistance to myself. I think this is very important for me to continue doing, even if sometimes it's not very convenient. But honestly, I'm in bed all the time. It's just that I have people keep coming in and out, interrupting my practices. But still, it's better than nothing. It's better than experiencing negativities and doubts and fears and stuff like that. So once the mind and the emotions are stabilized, then basically that's saying that for me, I have less fear, I have less doubt, I have less frustration, I have less shame, I have less any of those negative feelings. And instead, I will have more peace, have more joy, have more stability. And so that way, this could be my foundation. And then I could build my life based on that, based on all this, positive and joyful interior environment. I could actually face more things that I used to be afraid of. I could try to, break my previous mold of living, because I am just a little bit less fearful and a little bit more joyful. So when I do things, I don't experience as much friction that's created by myself. So it's sort of like a lubricating experience you would have, and then you're just able to sort of go through life a little bit easier. But my problem was that I lack in action. So I would experience a lot of, the benefits of spiritual practices, but I was still not moving forward in life because I was still sort of like stuck. But now, with this injury that I have to be proactive. I have to do more. I have to focus on more and try to deal with more problems. So that gave me a push to further my life. Otherwise, it was just not going to move at all, just like my body. So I have to make things happen. And then in order for me to make things happen, I have to find a good way to stabilize my body, mind, and soul. And Shakti Chalana Kriya is really a important tool for me to do that right now. Obviously, there are many other things that could be done, but I really like this. It's quite simple. It's just it requires some time. So today I still would have some sort of negative thoughts and stuff like that, but like they don't bother me. They just comes and it goes. It's not like it doesn't stick. And then I find it quite fascinating, and I just really wanted to record this because comparing to my previous several days, doing my practices regularly twice a day is really making a huge change. So I'm really happy that I have this gift from Sadhguru, and I will continue to cherish it as long as I can. That's it for today, and hopefully everybody's having a wonderful Saturday. Good night.